Princess Witch woke up from her sleep that morning in her tent at the edge of the plains, and she was ready to move on with the next adventure. She looked at her map, and she had her magical compass, and they pointed her in the direction of the plains. And she didn't really know where she had to go just yet, but she was following along the trail on the map, and she used her compass to help guide her. So, with compass in hand, she packed up her belongings, she ate a quick breakfast, and she walked through the plains. It was a nice, beautiful, sunny day. She thought, it's a good day to do some walking. So she walked and walked and walked some more. Finally, she opened up to the grasslands, and they were full of beautiful flowers, and this area was becoming more populated. She saw some roads, so she walked along the road, and all of a sudden, she heard someone yelling, "Ah!" They were tumbling down one of the grass hills. "Help me!" Blum, 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 blum. Quickly, Princess Witch grabbed her wand and cast a frozen spell. She froze the person that was falling down the hill. She ran up to him and grabbed them and unfroze them. It was a little girl. "Hello, little girl. Are you okay?" She said, "I tripped and fell when I was playing in the meadows. I took a tumble down the hill." Oh boy, Princess Witch thought. Been there. So she fixed her up and brushed off the dirt off the little girl's shoulders and pants and said, "Where are you from?" And the little girl said, "I'm from one of the farms, and I help my parents produce food for the kingdom." And she said, "Come on, I'll show them and introduce them to you." So Princess Witch went with the little girl, and they walked and walked, and finally they were coming upon a little town, or a little farm, out in the middle of what appeared to be nowhere. There was one little road going to their farm. So Princess Witch was looking on the farm, and the little girl said, "This is my home. I will introduce you to my parents. My name is Mary, and this is my home." So Princess Witch followed little Mary to the little farm, and they went into the house, and Mary said, "Hi, Mom, Dad, I'm home. Look, I found a new friend. She saved me from falling." And little Mary introduced Princess Witch to the farmer and the farmer's wife, Mary's parents. Well, the farmer thanked Princess Witch for saving little Mary. He said, "You should know better than rolling down hills by yourself. I know that you are lonely here, but you gotta find something better to do than falling down hills. Thanks, Princess Witch, for being there for our daughter." And little Mary's mom said, "Thank you so much. You're a big help. You should stay with us for the day and keep little Mary company. And we'll show you some skills along the way." So the farmer took little Mary and Princess Witch out to the farmlands and showed them all their cows and horses, and he said, "You know what we like to do for passing time? We like to shoot bows and arrows." So the farmer took little Mary and Princess Witch and showed them how to use a bow and arrow. He put an apple and a target up, and he shot one arrow. Thump! It hit the arrow in the bullseye. What a perfect shot, little Mary said. And Princess Witch said, wow, this guy is pretty good at shooting bows and arrows. So Farmer gave little Mary her bow and arrow, and she shot. Thump! It hit the target, but it didn't hit a bullseye. And then he let Princess Witch give a try. So Princess Witch had never shot a bow and arrow before. She took the bow and arrow and shot. Thump! It landed over the target. It missed altogether. Drats, Princess Witch thought. I'm not very good at this. So little Mary's father, the farmer, helped Princess Witch, and she took another shot. Thump! It hit the target this time, but not a bullseye. And the farmer said, give it one more shot. And so Princess Witch lined up and with the farmer's help and set her up in the right stance. Thump! Bullseye! Yeah, I did it, Princess Witch said. Wow, Farmer said, you're a natural at this. And he said, well, that's pretty good. Why don't you guys keep practicing? I got another surprise for you. So little Mary and Princess Witch were practicing their bow and arrow, and some time went by and they were having a good old time. And the farmer came back with a pony. And he said, now I'm going to teach you how to ride a horse. Oh my goodness, Princess Witch said. I know how to ride a broom, but I've never ridden a horse. And he brought another smaller pony for little Mary. And he showed them how to hop on the horse. And he brought his own horse. They all hopped up on horses. And they went down the road. It was a lot of fun, Princess Witch thought. I like riding a horse. And then the farmer said, okay, now we're going to gallop. Oh boy, Princess Witch thought, we're really picking up speed. All of a sudden, little Mary kicked her horse, and it took off in a run. Farmer said, oh yeah, little Mary likes to show off on her little pony. She's really good at riding horses. And he took off to catch up with her. And Princess Witch thought, oh, I better catch up. So she gave her horse a little nudge. It stood up on its hind legs, and it took off down the road. Ah, Princess Witch thought, I can't control this beast. She went flying past Farmer and flying past little Mary. Oh boy, I need to get control of this stallion. She heard Farmer yell to her, you have to be one with the horse. Speak to the horse and settle it down. Princess Witch whispered in the horse's ear and said, slow down, little horsey, be calm. And all of a sudden, her horse listened. It slowed its sprint to a trot and then a gallop, and that allowed Farmer and little Mary to catch up. Farmer said, well, I think you've had enough practice on the horse today. Let's turn in. So they turned around and went back to the farm. It was getting a little light out, or dark out, and the farmer took them in, and he said, well, your mother has probably prepared dinner, so let's go and eat some. So Princess Witch thought, I've been working really hard. I should take today and just take it all in and get some good hearty food in me, and I'll be ready for adventure tomorrow. Today was quite the adventure in itself. So she ate dinner with the farm family and little Mary, and it was so yummy and delicious. And she thanked them for the food, and the farmer said, well, hopefully some of those skills will help you on your way. And you really showed little Shadowfax, the horse, that you mean business, and you've really created a bond with that horsey. Hopefully you can come back sometime and visit us, and you can ride the horse anytime you want and shoot bow and arrow anytime you want to practice your skills. So he said after dinner that because she was so good with the bow and arrow, he was going to gift her one for helping his daughter earlier that day. So he gave her a nice bow and arrow with a quiver full of arrows. She thanked the farmer. That was such a wonderful gift, she thought. Thank you so much. It was really not a big deal to help your daughter. I was only in the right place at the right time. And the farmer said, well, sometimes that's all it takes, and the fact that you helped her is all that matters to me. And the farmer's wife said, yes, I have a little gift for you too. And she brought out a glass jar, that was pretty decent size. And she said, this is one of our magical jars that we use. The jar was full of milk. It was cold. And the farmer's wife said, this is a magical jar that will shrink down to any size you need it. And so you can carry it along your journey. It will keep milk cold all day and all night. And every morning, it will be full again. It's a magical jar. And the milk inside the jar will always stay cold, as well as give you strength on your journeys ahead. We know that you're on a quest to become the strongest witch ever, and I hope that this will help you on your way. Princess Witch was so delighted. She said, thank you so much. I never expected this. And the farmer's wife said, it's the least I can do for your troubles and for hanging out with little Mary all day. You're always welcome in our house. So they said, we even set you up a room with little Mary's room, and you're welcome to stay the night. So Princess Witch took her up on her offer, and she went to bed that night with little Mary in her room on a full bed that was so comfortable. She told little Mary and the farming family good night, and she fell asleep as soon as her head hit the pillow. She thought, I can't wait to see what my next adventure holds. The end.